What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. We are 30 minutes away from the Eagles kicking off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And if we win, that game will determine where we go and play. Whether we play at home or whether we play in Tampa, if we win. And that's the key here. If we are to believe what's being told by the talking heads out there, that this is, let me think of a best way I can use to describe it. Custer's last stand. George Armstrong Custer. Now, interesting story here about George Armstrong Custer. You know, there's this thing called 5 degrees of separation, that they say that everybody in the world is within 5 degrees of each other. You know, relations, okay? So my cousin might know a friend that knows, and so on. Here's the crazy thing. That red brick house that I have, that we're gonna start working on next month, finally starting to renovate that. Here's what's crazy. One of the closing battles of the Civil War went through the city of Waynesboro. It's only about a 20-minute battle, but it was the last month of the war. General Sheridan with George Armstrong Custer came through and chased the Confederates out of the city of Waynesboro, going through the front yard of the red brick house. Custer, he was there, Civil War general, and went out west. And fighting against the Indians, well, he got massacred. And so the famous saying is Custer's last stand, because that was it. They killed him, they wiped their ass out. And this is what they believe, or what they're telling us now. This game, the Cowboys versus the 49ers, could be Mike McCarthy's last stand. Because the word is, Jerry Jones, nobody, and I mean nobody, better get in the way of him winning a Super Bowl again. And he looks at this with 2 coordinators that are hot commodities. You know, literally, if you've got a job opening, you're talking to Kellen Moore and Dan Quinn. You look at this and say, we've got a rookie linebacker that's had 13 sacks and over 80 tackles, something no player has done in the last 25 years. You look at this and say, you've got a quarterback who has the most touchdown passes in a season that I just paid a boatload of money to. I've got an aging running back also making a lot of money. We swept our division. We swept our division. First time that's happened in like forever. We have done things, great things. And if by chance the Dallas Cowboys were to go at home and lose this game, hang on for a second, I need to go get my bowl. If the Cowboys were, per se, to lose this game, Jerry Jones would be very, very angry. And word on the street is Mike McCarthy would be like George Armstrong Custer, wiped out. And I think in a way, the thought is, I don't want to lose the coordinators that made this team great if I can't go on with the guy who's in charge. And Jerry Jones, or at least rumor is, Jerry Jones will get rid of Mike McCarthy. So this game, you better make sure that this game, Mike McCarthy, you have dotted your I's, crossed your T's, checked your grammar, made sure that everything, and make sure your powder's dry. Make sure your powder, if your powder's wet, you're in trouble. Because you cannot have a misfire on this one. You better not let this game be a loss. So I'm gonna go get some hot sauce on this, and then we're gonna get ready to start live streaming. See you down in the man cave.